What's up, everybody? It's your boy Brian from Brian's Custom Auto coming at you with the interior work on this truck now. We're going to jump right on into this. So here a little while back when I first started this and started doing a clean out, you can see the center console in the front. Now I said I was going to switch the rear to the front, the front to the rear and all that because the front center console lid was just destroyed. The leather was destroyed on it, right? I didn't know, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here in just a second, but I didn't know that leather, real leather, sitting out in the sun and getting hot and all that and having body oils could grow warts. Anyway, I'm sure there's a way you can condition this. If there is, somebody please let me know. But let me show you what we've done. If you know these Harley Davidson F150s, you know they all come with this wonderful flame embroidered Harley Davidson logo cover for the center console. So you'd lift it up right here and open it up and get all your stuff out. Now, this is how good a shape this is in. Look at all the warts. And I mean, that is rough. Can't hardly even see the Harley emblem anymore. This side over here isn't as bad, but this is from arm oils, guys. That's from where your arm's set on it and it never gets wiped off. Now, the downfall to this is you cannot buy these. You cannot buy replacements. So he bought the one that says Harley Davidson across there. Let me show you. I already changed it out because I had to concentrate on doing this so I didn't mess it up. So let me show you. There it is. There's the new one. And I mean, it's pretty. It looks really good. That wrinkle, I don't know what that wrinkle is. It's on both sides. It's not from not being glued down or nothing because it's glued really good. This one actually sets up a little thicker, but I mean, it's in there. It's solid. I did that last night. Now keep in mind, we still have to clean up all this jazz. That string needs to go back inside. But yeah, still have cleaning to do, a lot of cleaning. But that's lipstick. Now we got to work on these. I'll show you that. Back to the original lid here though. So you can see where the flames were put into it in the logo. I mean, these are really awesome, guys. Like, I wished I knew of a way to redo this and bring it back because I'd love to put that back on there. But in the meantime, I guess, I don't know, wall hanger, and get started putting these on. So this is the replacements for the factory seats. So we got to pull those seats out and put these on it. You got your tops and your bottoms for both. And then I have to put that Harley Davidson emblem in right here. So let's start with, I'm going to get that seat pulled out and we're going to get it up here on the table, which means I might need to clean my table off some more. What do you think? Let's do that real quick and then we'll pull the seat out. Well, here we are. I've got the seat out of the truck, up on the bench, as I said. Couple screws over here. I need to put those in a magnetic tray, which is back here. But I'm trying to get this plate off, which is fine. But that handle ain't wanting to let go, so I got to figure that out. And I've already got the nut off of this side, so that way I can take this whole back off. But yeah, it's a little bit of a pain. So yeah. So the seat's sitting right there. It's not done yet, so I'm not going to show it to you. But I've got to move this out because I can't get past the truck with the seat in my hand. I got it in there yesterday, but getting it out is going to be even worse. So, reckon we can do it with a crate? Yeah, let's see. I don't have much for lumbar control, but hey, it'll work. Let's see if we can get this. Oh, I can't even reach the pedals. Yeah. Move my ratchet out of the way there. Let's see, we got pedal control here. Oh, we can move the pedals up. There we go. Oop. There we go. It's kind of comfortable, actually. All right, guys, so I did not show a lot of this one, but this is the new seat in. Headrest, of course, we kept the old headrest, but it will relax out some. I got to clean it because there's some shipping dirty on it. But guys, it's in, and the emblem is in like it's supposed to be. The only difference is this seat does not have the Ring logo like that one does. But outside of that, we all good in the hood. So there's the new seat. Like I say, it still has to relax a little bit, but man, new center console. And now we got to do this guy here. All right, guys, let me see. This one's a little bit different, actually. No, it ain't. There. Well, oh, okay, I can move it by the bar. Okay. So, you have to take the whole lower rack off of it, right? Which is fine. That's 4 10mm bolts. Now on that one, luckily, everything was a lot easier to get to because it was just the rack and the motors. But on this one, not so much because it's all manual. So you got a bunch of wires and stuff you got to take loose, but not a big deal. Let me get my back there. Bolt number 1. Bolt number 2. You're gonna bring that as high as you can. And then even better, if you pull that handle, it should, well, anyway. Oh, individuals. Stupid. Huh. Guys, I think it's wanting me to take these off. I think those are smaller though. That's 10. Let's see now. As y'all know, most of the work I do, I'm learning as I do it too, so. Okay. This is with your seatbelt rail. But if you do it that way, at least you don't have to fight both sides at one time. And it's a little bit lighter. Now the left side only had one in it. Put it down here. And get this last 10mm bolt out. I love when you're trying to work on something and it decides it wants to run away from you. All right. So, left side, I wonder is this marked? Although it shouldn't be hard to figure out considering that right there is where the bar goes, so we'll be all right. Okay. Oh. Now, let's get a Phillips head. Really? It's more it's more a struggle trying to, oh, wait a minute. Before I go through all that, I gotta get this off and this off. This is just one Phillips head screw in here. That whole thing just slides off like that. I'll put that screw back in the hole there, just like that. Now, I gotta go get pry tools. All right. Sorry, I probably won't do a whole lot of talking when I'm doing this, just because it's aggravating to do. Wonder if I can pull it by hand. Easy enough. This one was easy. The other one, that one yesterday, good Lord, I thought it for I don't know how long. All right, now continue getting the screws out. And you get that screw there. Oh, yeah, there's one more right there. All right. Now, that takes care of all them screws for right at the moment. They're all the stuff on the ground. Now we need to set this up like so, because you got that guy and that guy. Now then, you got to fold it back up on the side, drop all the change out of it, and then wiggle, wiggle. I wonder if it would be easier, because this has got to come out too. Oh. We can check that in a minute. This is your lumbar control, which is really cool how it comes apart too. You got two screws that hold your lumbar control in. One at the bottom, one at the top. Just two little Phillips head screws. And guys, I'm here to tell you there is no easy way to do this. Like, at all. You absolutely just have to do the all of it. Alright, so this, you can see your lumbar control there. It goes up and down. You want it turned all the way to the left and in the loosest position possible. Okay? So that way you can rock that out. Just like that. Okay. That was wet. Now, this can come out now. Now you have to undo your seat control, or your seat warmer. And that's that. Yeah, passenger seat's much easier. That's crazy. All right. While we're standing here, let's go ahead and see if we can get this guy off. Just like that. Take this one and that one loose. And then guys, got one last spot on here. You'll know those bolts are separate from the rest of them because they're bigger. There it is. All right, so at this point, we'll set the seat back up. All right, notice how all that moves. Real simple. The other side, I'll show you in a second. It's literally, it's like a press bolt on the other end with the white plastic grommet thing in there. Anyway, the only way to do this is you got to get in there with your pry tools, and do two of them one like this and like this, pop it out, then the seat back comes off. That's it. That is it. Mike can get it with one. Now you flip back to the bottom one more time, like this, because you have to separate the electronics. So you remember that cable we took loose? That's number one, and then this right here is number two. Boom. That's it. The rest of it stays. Ta-da! There's your bottom, there's your top. So now we're going to take this in here to the table, and yeah. All right, so now at this point, you'll want to empty your pockets out, just because you don't want all that crap in your pockets. And this right here was that bolt I was talking about, that push bolt that we was prying off. You can see right there, it's just got a little nipple over the end of it, and it slides right on. And then you gotta get in there and push like that to get it to pop loose. That's it. It's just a knuckle bolt, I guess is what it's called. I don't know. It's something that Ford came up with a long time ago. I gotta flip this over. Now this part is easy for the most part. You don't have to undo all the electronics and stuff. That's the good part. This just clips on, clips off, right? But once you get the new one on, see all these holes? You gotta cut them off. I'm here to tell you, on brand new material, it's not fun. It is nerve-wracking. And when it's cold, this ain't easy to do. Which it's not horrible today, but just cold enough I don't really want to bust my fingers open and stuff. But a pick works wonders, because you can get right in there in that edge and just pull. Just pull. Well, look at me being a liar. It seems like this should be an easy job, especially since I already done one. Here it is. See? Told you, nothing to it. I think it's safe to say the sides are way easier. All right. Now, actually, you will want to roll this back. Roll this back. And you're going to roll this off. Okay? And I will show you why in just a minute. So you get that wire out right there. So I'm not fighting with it. And yes, I know that back is still connected. I'll show you why. Now we'll turn it over. Alright, ready to roll it? Inside here is this little white pad here. And for those of you who don't know, that white pad is your seat warmer. This is all just stuck in there. This is Velcroed in the bottom. And then once you get to the middle here, got this section, and it's got hog rings that you got to cut. Oh, that was almost bad. About like the other day, I was cleaning the pockets out on that truck, and sliced open a finger, which, as per usual, I'm bleeding again. There's one snout ring, or hog ring as they call it. Okay. You're going to keep that Velcro pushed down, because that Velcro has to stay. That Velcro has to stay in there. All right, now we're getting somewhere. Ooh. Now that we're at the back, let's fold it up and over. And guys, that's how you get the base off. Now, I'm going to take care of this and this right here, right now, with zip ties but not loose. As I said, that Velcro has to stay in there and stay tight. Now, the driver's side wasn't bad like this. I don't know why this side is, but the Velcro has to stay in there because that's what holds the lines down in your seat and the creases. And it's kind of important. That's all that takes. Just that little bit right there. I'm going to snip them off. All right, so there's the base. So now I'm gonna get the new base and we'll get it set out, and I'll bring it back here in just a second. All right, well, I just finished putting some groceries down my neck, then went in and got this. This is the new one. Now, just like taking the old one out, we put the new one in opposite of that. However, we want to start with a couple different things here. One, make sure our Velcro is straight. Two, this little lip right here has to go down in this crack here, okay? That's what the stupid snout rings are supposed to be for. But since the snout rings didn't come with this kit, we're bypassing that. And as you can see in that last seat, guess what? It worked just fine. Now, take my Velcro in right there, just like it's supposed to go. And this, now you'll want to pull it over here, like so.
As I said, it's not going to be easy. See? There's absolutely nothing easy about doing this. Especially when the Velcro comes back up. Yeah. But it's okay. You don't sweat the little stuff, guys. That's all there is to it. Just don't sweat the little stuff. Because you can fix everything. Okay. Okay. Let's turn this around like this.
You want to pull it tight. Yeah. All right. So I start on the sides like this. Put the first side in, and then see how that's out there like that? You want to pull it towards you here, like so. Remember to keep it tight. Now, spin it around this way. Okay. And yeah. There it is, right there. Now, we'll take this, get it back up here like so. Now, there's the initial of it on, and it will relax some on its own. It will relax some on its own. Tuck that down in there, like that. All right. Now, it's very, very, very important at this point to remember which way this goes in the truck, because we have to cut in this side. Yeah. Now, I will show you roughly how I did the other one. Pull the wires out of the way like so. Make sure all your stuff is good. All right. Now, where's the cover that came off of this one? Out of it. Set it up and over like so. You're not worried about the top as much as you are the bottom. Okay? And then on this part of it, we get our gray marker. Squat down here. pull this down as low as we can get it to where it matches up. You know what, I think I'm going to try something a little different on this one. I think I'm going to cut this off. Yep, I'm going to cut this corner off. Hang tight. Okay, so remember what I said about no shortcuts? If you cut the base of the seat in half because you're not going to use it again because it's going in the trash, you kind of can, because you can line up everything up here. You can get this corner on just like so. And as long as you pull it all the way down like that, and keep in mind, guys, if this over here is off just a little bit, it's not a big deal because you got that big plastic cover that goes over this whole corner here. So, again, it don't have to be absolutely perfect, but you don't want it being janky either. Okay, so far that's the only corner I have found you can slightly cut. Okay. But that's it. I wouldn't try and cut any more. Alright, so we got the bottom on, now we got the top up here. Now, the top, you have to undo the two little clips down at the bottom. Let me see if you can see this well. Move that a little bit better for you. Alright, so these little clips down here, the bottom one comes around and loops over the top, and then the top one comes down and loops from the bottom, okay? So that's how you got to do that. Once you get that unhooked, then you just take it apart like that, take it apart like that. Now keep in mind, you have this cable and this wire here. You cannot let those get messed up. And the biggest thing is we have to go in and take this emblem out. So, yeah. Now putting this one on and off is not near as hard as the base. However, getting this emblem in, well, that's a different story. Because you gotta, yeah. There's a lot to it. And again, this goes back to, there's not really an easy way. You just kind of got to get in there and do it. So, that one. Oh, and the top don't have any hog rings, snout rings in it either. Crimp rings, whatever you want to call them. Just has Velcro. There it is. There we go. Now, that Velcro. And that Velcro. Okay. Oh. I forgot about a little something, something. The top clips that hold your headrest. That's the only thing, you gotta have a flathead to do it. See? And this one side you gotta hold on to because it's got the push button in it for the release. There's your push button. So these two we're going to put all the way up here, out of the way, and then that's it. Now you just got to slide this off. So get my marker out. That cable's about a pain in the, you know what? There we go. Oh, it's like pulling britches off. Yeah, it's not easy, guys. Well, come on. Might have should have put some butter or something on this. Yeah, make sure you knock everything down. Alright, come on guys. I'll bring you back in a minute. As you can see, I got it. Okay, that was awful. Now, I need to move this to the side because I'm temporarily done with this piece. Now, I have to get this plate off, which is not easy either. As you can see, it's dark out, and we've got the seat cover on and all that. We still got to cut the tops out, but that's not a big deal. I'm putting the rails on it now. But just had to give y'all an update because my hands hurt. I've stabbed my thumb with a screwdriver at least 3 times. But yeah, so sorry I wasn't able to show all that good, but it's cold and my hands are just beat to crap. Look at my poor fingers, just all gashed up. But it's on its way back on the good side now. So we're going to put the center bar back in, drop the rail down, put the top 2 bolts in, that screw in, and we're done with this. We can put it in the truck, and I plan on doing all that tonight, and then I'm done. So I'll bring y'all back in just a minute. All right, I know it's hard to see, but they're in. I'll see if it'll focus. How about now? Anyway, they're in. Looks 100 times better. So, all right, we'll work on this again tomorrow. Just a quick note here. I just wanted to get a good look at that front end, what you can see of it. Maybe that's a little bit better. Overlook that dirty hood. That front end looks a whole lot better with them lights in it. Now let's go back and look at the rears. And that big old bright LED up there. These are smoked down here. I've got the new tag lights for it too. So, man, it's starting to come around. Listen to that. Oh, it sounds good. Let's see what we're looking at on oil pressure. with it sitting here for a minute. Still at 80. All right, guys. All right, it's next day. It's chilly. We got the interior in last night, and I'm gonna tell you, if you're not used to doing that, man, it makes your hands hurt. Something fierce. But we got our mess cleaned up from all the remnants of the old seats, and yeah, hadn't looked at them yet this morning, but we're gonna go ahead and grab the other two speakers for the passenger side. We're gonna take those out to the truck and put them in, and yeah, I think we might actually take that truck for a drive today and see what it does. That'd be a good idea. So anyhow, let's throw these other two speakers in. I'll show y'all how that happens. It's super easy. All right, so since we've had all this apart multiple times, we got the new speakers right here, but I'll get to that here in just a second. We got to take this panel off again. So first we got to start with popping this here off, which you just pop up the front, slide it out, and then you got a plug there, and then that plug there. You cannot mix those up because they only go one way. And then you have a 7mm right there. Oh, you gotta get this off too. Let's see. Just be real careful with this and you'll get it. Oh, them fingers hurt. There we go. What in the world? There. Yeah, you got one of them clips there. Two sides, and that back folds in, so you put it in like this. You have to slide it in over the handle, in through the back, and then clip the front end. Real simple. And then you got a Phillips head right there. And then you got two Phillips heads on the bottom. And after that, super simple. There's one. Oh, both of these are missing. I got two new ones in there. All right. And then this guy here is in the loosen position. I stabbed my thumb with a screwdriver yesterday putting the seat cover on. And it still hurts today. I super glued it, but it still hurts. Both thumbs hurt. All right, at this point, you'll just grab the door panel, lift it straight up. That's it. You got a light on the inside here. On a twist lock, you just undo that. Move your door panel out of the way. All right. Then you have these 4 screws here that are a 6mm or smaller. Hang on. Okay, they were a 6mm on the other side. All right, let me go find the right size socket. All right, we got it. It's a 1/4 inch. Which is crazy. I just had this socket out here a minute ago and took it back in. But if you don't take your sockets back 2 or 3 times, then you ain't really working on stuff, are you? All right, put those right there. Pull this speaker out. And there's your factory speaker on a little push clip. Now then, oh, wind starts to pick up. Sorry, I had to pause y'all there. Amazon came. So when he ordered this kit, he ordered the speakers as factory replacements, which is fine. It actually helps me a lot. He also ordered the adapter kits for the speakers. So instead of having to cut that plug off and figure out which one is positive, which one is negative, that's real simple. You have factory plug-in replacement, which goes right here, just like that. Done. And then you just hook up to your speaker and put it back in the door. Really a super simple job, guys. Super simple. And these speakers, I know Boss is not top of the line. If I was building like a competition stereo system, I wouldn't be using these. But I will say, for what they are, they sound really good. Throw this over here. They come just like any other like Walmart speaker. So you have your speaker in the box with the grill. So we'll have 4 leftover grills. Move this box a little bit closer. So you have these leftover grills that we're not going to use. But there's the speaker. A little two-way. 225 watt max power. These are 4-ohm CH5720. So if you're working on an F150, these are the factory replacement speakers. Above, well, it's not factory, but it's better than factory, but not by much. Does that make? I hope that makes sense, guys. I'm so tired after last night. And then from here, just plug it up. There we go. Make sure your wires are tucked out of the way. Oh, my fingers hurt. You've heard that term, sticks out like a sore thumb. Well, when you have 2 hurting thumbs, you realize exactly what that means. Because you drop everything a bunch of times. I hope everybody is doing good through these holidays. All right, so now that we got the speaker in, and I went and threw some food down my throat, now it's time to slide the door panel back on. Now, guys, it's very important at this point to remember about your little light back here that actually needs to be replaced. We will get to that. Then you want to slide your electronics in. Hold it up. Get your door lock in the hole there. All right, at this point, you're just lining it up so it'll push down. Feel around the edges, make sure you don't have anything poking out. And that's it. It's in. Now at this point, you will want to put your 7 in right there. All right, put your Phillips in. Right here. There's that. And like I say, if we had the 2 bottom ones, we'd put those in right about now. Now, again with the door excursion. Handle through, back in first, line it up, work your way around. Do the back ones first, then the front ones, and then it clips all together. That's it, that's done. Your switch mechanism, as I said, those plugs can only go one way. Back in first, front, done. That's it. Now, we will move all this to the back. The back takes a little more effort to do. Just a little more effort, not much. God, these sinuses. All right, let's turn y'all this way so you can see kind of what's going on. Got our wiring harness here. Since El Fronto is finito. All right. Same scenario is, let me go get a screwdriver. My fingers hurt too bad for this crap. All right. Grab a little mini pry bar. See, once you poke it in there, it pretty much does it for you. Very simple, as long as you take your time and do not get in a massive hurry, it works very well. There's that. Pry up on that. One plug on this one. All right, screws. Let's see, this one's got a Phillips there. This one has nothing right there. But this one does have the Phillips on the bottom. There's one. That. And one. Oh, gotta take this part off. Forgot about that. Just like that. Clip there, clip there. You got one more screw right there. It's a Phillips head as well. Up and off. Something just hit my foot. A screw. Bet it was that one there. It was. It's a 7. All right. Oh. At this point, we do the same thing we did on the last one. You'll notice these speakers are actually on a post. So instead of taking those out, you're just going to take these front ones out. Now, I realize the majority of my subscribers and people who are following this know how to do all this. But there's probably 2 people out there that don't. So, that's pretty much who this video is for. New plug, right in. Boop, done. Next new speaker. There's the new wires that we ain't using. There's the new screws that we're not using. And the new grill that we're not using. And then we simply go back to what we did before. Just be real careful, guys, not to bend these tabs over or in or whatever. Make sure you got a good seat on there, but that's really it. Speaker sits right back in there. And doing it with the right harness like this, you don't have to question if the speaker is being wired right or anything like that. You just know that it is. Which also makes for a much easier install. Now we go in reverse. Well, just make all the racket over there. If you don't mind, I'm trying to film over here, truck. There we are. That guy, and then from here we just throw our Phillips head bit back in here, and just go around and throw in a whole bunch of Phillips head screws. All right. One. Rear end. There it went. Clip, clip. Done, just like that. So just like that, that's the passenger side speakers done. we went ahead and knocked those out because there's usually, when I pull it inside, there's not enough room on both sides of the truck. And the passenger side, I always put it all the way up against the edge there. So that way I can get through and get in and out of the truck. So now that the passenger side is done, our next agenda is to clean it. But I think we're going to test drive it first. So let's see what happens there. All right, guys, as you can tell, I'm smiling because it made it all the way to town, made it 4 or 5 different stops. We got a new set of windshield wipers on it, got almost full tank of gas in it. Drove it back home. It did absolutely perfect. So, excuse me. So we're gonna drive it some more this coming week, and even gonna drive it up to North Carolina one day. But that's all for right this second. Now, let me show you. My buddy ordered something, sent it to me, and told me Merry Christmas. People don't do this, but this guy did. He's so awesome. He's so awesome. But we now have a small plasma cutter. That just made our workload way easier. So, thank you, Glenn, for that one. Thank you so much. But anyway, guys, so we've got other things to do this evening. My little girl has a parade she's got to be in this evening, so I'm going to get in here and help take care of all that stuff. So I will see you guys tomorrow or the next day or something. So, yeah. All right, guys. So that kind of ended rather abruptly. So here's an outro. That's going to do it for this one. That's the seats being recovered and reinstalled. In the next video, we're going to do a full detail on this truck and get it ready for some paint. Now, we're not going to paint it yet because it's still entirely too cold. But we are going to get it ready to make it all one color. It might be a flat color because we're going to prime it in black. But we've got some direct to metal just for aluminum for that hood. And we're going to get all that ready so that way we can make it look good as soon as the weather gives us a chance. But that being said, that's going to do it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you're subscribed, okay? For some reason, I've lost like 5 subscribers just today. So make sure you're still subscribed. If not, hey, tell your friends. Share it with your buddies, if you don't mind. I'd greatly appreciate it. I would greatly appreciate it. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. We'll see y'all on the next one. Remember, if it doesn't challenge you, it don't change you. Have a good one.